Encik Muniandi is a resident individual taxpayer in Malaysia who works as a freelance software consultant classified as a sole proprietorship business. He submitted his Form B for the YA 2024 on time. In his tax return, he claimed a deduction of RM40,000 for business travelling and entertainment expenses. On 15 December 2025, the IRBM raised a notice of additional assessment from JA0 for YA 2024 against Encik Muniandi. The tax auditor disallowed the entire RM40,000 deduction because Encik Muniandi failed to provide any valid invoices, logbooks, or business receipts to substantiate the claim. Encik Muniandi strongly disagrees with the IRBM's decision, claiming the officer was too strict. To make matters worse, the audit also revealed that Encik Muniandi had completely hidden offshore consultancy fee of RM30,000 that he received in a foreign bank account, falsely believing that the IRBM would never find out about it. Okay, for the question overview, for the question 2A, determine the legal course of action available to Encik Muniandi if he wishes to dispute the notice of additional assessment from JA issued on 15 December 2025 state the specific form he must use, the statutory deadline for submission, and to whom the appeal should be addressed under the Income Tax Act 1967. For the question 2B, assume Encik Muniandi misses the official deadline to file his appeal due to being hospitalized. Identify the legal avenue available under the Income Tax Act 1967 that allows him to apply for an extension of time to file his appeal. For the question 2C, analyze the legal implications of Encik Muniandi deliberately hiding the RM30,000 consultancy fee in an offshore account.
Let's start with answer 2A. First, specific rule. Encik Muniadi must file his appeal using Form Q, Notice of Appeal, to the Special Commissioner of Income Tax. Second, statutory deadline. The appeal must be submitted within 30 days from the day the notice additional assessment from IA was served. Since it was issued on 15 December 2025, his deadline is 14 January 2026. Lastly, address 2. The appeal must be addressed and submitted to the Director General of Inland Revenue DGIR or Ketua Pengarah Hasil Dalam Negeri KPDHN. Moving to the next slide.
Next, answer for 2B, legal avenue. Since Encik Muniadi missed the deadline due to hospitalization, a valid and reasonable cause, he can apply for an extension of time under Section 100 of the ITA 1967. Requirement, he must submit from an application for extension of time for appeal to the DGIR stating hospitalization as his reason supported by relevant medical documents.
Moving on to the final part, question 2C. In this scenario, the act of deliberately hiding the RM30,000 consultancy fee in a foreign bank account constitutes a serious offence under Malaysian tax law. This situation clearly falls under Section 114 of the Income Tax Act 1967, which relates to willful evasion or fraud. The key element here is intent, which the individual knowingly and deliberately omitted income with the purpose of evading tax. Because of this intentional misconduct, the law treats the offence more severely compared to the simple errors or negligence. Upon conviction, several penalties may be imposed. Firstly, there is a fine ranging from RM1,000 to RM20,000. Secondly, the individual may face imprisonment for a term of up to 3 years, or both fine and imprisonment may be applied. In addition to that, there is a significant financial consequence, which a special penalties of up to 300% of the amount of tax undercharged due to the omission. This highlights how seriously tax authorities view deliberate tax omission. As an additional note, it is important to distinguish this case from situations involving unintentional errors. Under Section 113 Clause 2, if the issue was merely an incorrect return due to the omission without deliberate intent, then the penalty would generally be limited to 100% of the tax undercharge. However, in this case, the act was intentional, as the income was deliberately hidden in a foreign account. Therefore, Section 114 is more appropriate and accurately reflects the legal implication. In summary, the presence of intent is what escalates the offence from a standard penalty under Section 113 to a much more serious offence under Section 114, with heavier financial penalties and possible imprisonment. This concludes our analysis for question 2. Thank you.